Hi guys, so I said I was going to make this video a while ago and I have neglected to do so. I'm sorry about the weird camera angle, it's just the best that I can do with the setup that I currently have. So I'm going to show you how this neat little machine here works. This is my Knit Picks ball winder, and off camera I have a fresh hank of Audine wools from Knit Crate in December that I'm going to be winding into a ball. So it's pretty simple. You basically just take the end of your hank, the outside end once you have it on your Swift. If you don't have a Swift, I'm sure you can do this with a chair or by holding it, having somebody hold it over their arms, but a Swift definitely makes this easier. So you put the end through these little grooves here on the top of the yarn winder. I like to put mine a little bit long so it kind of gets tucked underneath there, just for the purposes of winding. And then on the machine you'll notice it has an arrow specifying which direction to turn. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see that or not, but there is an arrow and it tells you which way to turn. So I like to hold the yarn in my left hand while I crank with my right hand and keep a little bit of tension on it. Otherwise you end up with these kind of sloppy loose cakes, and you don't want a sloppy loose cake because nobody wants a sloppy loose cake of yarn. So you just, for the first couple rounds, I go really slow and kind of get it established, and then you just go for it. You just crank it, and I will, when I'm editing, I'll fast forward through this part for you guys. So when I'm getting towards the end, I like to slow it down quite a bit so that I can be mindful in my placement of the end. And when I get to the end, I take it out through the little loopy thing and I just kind of wrap it around the ball once or twice and then tuck that end under so that it doesn't come unraveled. And then in order to keep track of what type of yarn it is, I take the little tag that came with the yarn and I fold it up. As you can see, this is Squad Goals, Audine Wools, Twinkle DK from the December Knit Crate. Squad Goals is the colorway. And you just pull your little end up until it pops out and you have your end. Stick your label in there and then slide it off the ball winder. And it keeps it nice and neat. They stack nicely, they travel well, they don't come unraveled too easily. And then when you're ready to use it, you just take the label out and get to work. So I finally made the video. Thank you guys for having patience with me. I know you were all curious about this wonderful little machine. I will say it is a little bit loud. It kind of squeaks and it doesn't really grind, but it sort of pops once in a while if you go too fast. And I think that's just because on the inside it's probably got plastic gears. I don't really expect this machine to last much more than a year or two. If it does, I'll be like super thrilled, but with what I spent on it, if I get a year out of it, I'll be happy. So, you know, for 20 bucks, it's a good deal, and it does work really well. These are the cakes. This is one of the cakes that I just made, and as I mean, you can tell they're pretty sturdy. They're solid little cakes, and they stack really well. So yeah, I mean, I like it. It's a good little machine. It's definitely worth the $20 that I spent on it. If at some point in the future it breaks, I'll probably invest a little bit more in not necessarily a better machine, but one that does bigger balls, because this only does up to 200 grams. And I did wrap some extra chunky yarn on it, and 200 grams was like this. It was huge. So I would definitely think of investing in a larger one in the future, just because a lot of the skeins that you get are huge. But just for the purposes of wrapping the fancy wool yarns that you get that are like 200 grams, it's perfect. It's really ideal for home use. I'll probably do another video in the future showing you my yarn Swift. I got one that can hang horizontally or vertically, and so it's kind of like a little yarn Ferris wheel, and I like it because I'm working with limited space and being in my wheelchair, I have a hard time you know, with having to stand up and put the yarn on. So it's kind of nice to be able to do it horizontally, where I just hang it up and yeah, wind from there. So that's the Knit Picks ball winder and some off-brand Amazon Swift. But yeah, I think I got this for, I think it was technically a Christmas present, but my husband let me open it early. So yep, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to ask any questions or give me any feedback. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Just stay home, stay safe, take care of each other. Love you.